Good morning! It's release day for the MAYFAIR Bookshop, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long for this day to come, and here it is finally. I am in South Carolina at North Myrtle Beach with some friends for our annual writing retreat, so we've been celebrating all week the MAYFAIR Bookshop, along with writing and walking on the beach and plotting other books and everything good about all of our author careers. So I just wanted to come on and say thank you to everyone who shared the book, loved the book, read the book, purchased the book. I really do appreciate it so much. And then I also wanted to just give you a little bit of background about why I decided to write this book. I'm often asked about my story ideas, and mostly it's from some tidbit in real life or an interesting historical fact that percolates until a story forms. I'm really drawn to larger than life female characters. That's one of the reasons I write biographical fiction. I love to be able to share women's stories that really resonate with me, or I feel like need to be shared on a broader spectrum, and dive into their stories that challenge me. So hello, Nancy Mitford. I was first introduced to Nancy Mitford in high school by a teacher who really loved The Pursuit of Love, which was Nancy's best-selling book. It's been made into TV and film, and it's probably her most popular work, which most people have read who are familiar with her. Later on, I did some extensive research on the Mitford family when I was in college studying for family studies, which is what my degree is in. And of particular interest to me was always the intelligent, scandalous Mitford sisters. They're very quick-witted, and they actually appear in some form in many of Nancy's books. I wanted to write a story about the Mitford's complicated family dynamic for years, but it's always seemed so daunting because they're so huge, so larger than life. There's so many biographies about them, documentaries. They've published their letters. They're just these incredible, fascinating people, and they have a lot of issues too. So it was just something that was on the back of my mind, but a little bit scary. And I finally just decided to dive in a couple of years ago, and I'm so glad that I did, because now I have this book that I get to share with you all today. Woo! So what's so fascinating about the sisters is that they have a lot of extreme differences. I mean, extreme. We're talking about fascists, Nazis, communists, socialists. They sort of run the gamut there with their political beliefs. And their scandals are almost so unbelievable in their outrageousness that I think a lot of people might think that some of the stuff in the book I've made up, and I absolutely did not. There's stubbornness that ran in the family. The sisters were very close and supportive of each other, and they loved each other fiercely, but at times they could also be each other's worst enemy. Nancy once said, "Sisters are a shield against life's cruel adversity," to which Jessica replied, "Sisters are life's cruel adversity." So that kind of sums up their relationship in a nutshell, and makes for some very interesting story time. In addition to Nancy's side of the story in the MAYFAIR Bookshop, I created a modern day book curator named Lucy, who's named after Jessica, whose middle name is Lucy. And she is embarking on a journey to London to work in the Heywood Hill Bookshop, which is a real bookshop that Nancy worked in during World War II. It also happens to be Queen Elizabeth's favorite bookshop in London. And she's exploring a decades-old mystery of an inscription that's written in one of Nancy's books to a friend that never picked up that book. So Lucy's trying to figure out who this person is, because they're not mentioned in any of the letters that she's studied. So we get to explore the love of books and bookshops and take a leap of faith on a dream with Lucy, at the same time watching Nancy's story and her pursuit of her career and love and happiness. So a little background, I started this book in 2020, the very beginning of 2020, before the world sort of imploded. I decided to take a leap of faith on my own dream, and fortunately my agent and editor were very excited about that. So yay, the little MAYFAIR Bookshop it's here, it's live. What I didn't realize when I started working on this project was that a few months later, the whole world was going to shut down. All three of my children were going to be trying to navigate their lives through the internet, which was extremely difficult. And my husband was stuck overseas for many months. So I was doing a lot of that by myself. But writing Nancy and Lucy's story became my salvation from my own life's drama. So I really poured a lot of my heart and soul into this book. And it got me through all the days of homeschooling and the general melancholy of being housebound. So there's a reason for the tagline, a novel of Nancy Mitford and the pursuit of happiness. And that's because I really explored that very idea while I was writing the pages of the book. So this book is a love letter to literature, an ode to our favorite bookshops. Who doesn't love a bookshop? And a gritty exploration of family relationships and friendships too. And it begs a very interesting question that I will pose to all of you. And that is, what is the one thing that you're doing each day, week, month to find your own happiness? What brings you joy? Are you doing that? So anyways, I just want to say thank you so much. And I really, really hope that you enjoy the Mayfair Bookshop and appreciate all the shout outs. And just yay, woohoo! I'm going to celebrate. Okay, bye.